Hiya. Not exactly Wanman restaurants, but I thought a change of pace might do us some good. I know, I'm a man of my word. I'm not gonna go back on my promise. You're still getting a meal out of me later. But, for now, I thought it might be interesting to show you where the group hangs out when we aren't practicing or performing. We don't like to stay in our lodging too often. A lot of fights, so going out in public is the next best thing. It's not like a lot of us need to sleep during the day anyway. I mean, what's up with that Xiao guy, right? I'm joking. I've heard his story, so I totally understand why he doesn't sleep. The others, though, not so much. Like our drummer. He doesn't sleep, hardly eats, just drinks black coffee and watches dramas all day. Doesn't even go to bars or clubs with us. And Kaza? Well, I've known of him for a while now, but no one told me how relaxed he was. He sleeps when he feels like it, day or night, so he's always up at odd hours. Bottom line is, we've got a lot of free time. We can trust those two to be alone together, but add any more of us and it starts to cause issues, if you get what I mean. I'm all for solving cases, but I'd rather the mystery not involve the murder of one of my new best friends. They butt heads a lot, but they're cool guys. I like to stay out of it. No one will be more important than the connections you make. If their history with you bothered me that badly, I wouldn't have joined. Wish it was the same for the rest of them. Anyway, I called you here today because I wanted to talk. That's it. Our lunch date is still on, but I thought checking up on you sooner would be beneficial to the both of us. What have you been doing in your free time? You have had free time, right? Good. Hanging out is an awesome answer. I'm happy for you. Met any new people? Or have you just been relaxing with the others? Friends come and go. I'm glad you've been branching out, but don't stress yourself out if people take their leave. It's important to keep your circle open, not large. Oh, please, don't act like I'm spouting some inspirational nonsense. I'm just speaking from the heart. I love getting to talk to you about things like this. It makes me feel like we're getting closer. Huh? What about me? Well, I can say that I've made several new friends from the whole band experience, but on top of that, the cities are nice. Venti has a lot of connections, so we get to play in all sorts of new places. It's a role that has exposed me to various new things, and that includes people. Like Mr. Zhongli, for example. He and Venti have a strange relationship, I've noticed, but nothing's quite as strange as the way he treats the rest of us. He behaves as though he's known us our entire lives, but this is the first many of us hear of him. Xiao says he's a good man with a good heart, so we trust him. Even so, I can't help but be drawn to the mystique of it all. I am a detective, after all. What do you think of him? Have you met the man? He's kind, even if a bit odd. You're acquainted? This is good to know. How close are the two of you, if you don't mind me asking? Decent friends, you say? Well, that clears up a few things. Oh, nothing serious, don't worry. I wouldn't hide anything important from you. I was just wondering how he knew so much about our group dynamics. You know the story, but so does he, and for someone who's never met me and knows nothing about our history with one another, I found it a bit odd he'd ask me about you. Something about how he knew I'd tell the truth, which, when it comes to you, I always would. But why me? And the truth about what? He only asked simple questions, like how you've been, what you've been up to. I was vague, yes. Told the man you'd been working and that you were only in town for a short visit. That seemed to satisfy his curiosity. Apparently someone has been telling him to leave you alone. I figure we both know who that was. Honestly, he seemed more like a concerned guardian than a friend. I can see why the two of you trust him so. When together, Mr. Zhongli and Venti make a powerful duo. I do wonder if there's something I'm missing. Enough about me, though. Tell me all about your Li Yue projects. I do know that you picked up some work despite everyone's urging otherwise. Rather than scold you again, I'd like to take the edge off by listening to you talk about them. Even if it's something as simple as the name of your next project, give me whatever you can. No, I'm not collecting data on you. Or perhaps I am. But not for any investigation. I'm only asking as a friend, Scout's honor. I promise. Now relax and take a load off. Do I need to order you a drink to get you talking? Joking, of course. Witness intimidation and coerced confessions are illegal. If it wouldn't hold in the court of law, it doesn't hold to me. You can give me whatever information you want, or withhold it for all I care. As long as you are happy and know that there's an outlet for you, I will be more than happy to rescind my question. Not that serious, you say? Well then, tell me all about your line of work. I've always been so curious about what you went off to study for all those years. Oh really now? How intriguing. It's always fun when I get to see your name on branded products. It is nice to see that you still work with us common folk, though. So, just a bedroom renovation. What do they all want? Color change, new fabrics, carpeting. In Liyue? Why, isn't that brave? I take it they have some nice air circulation in their home, then. The mildew smell of humid carpet is never good. And although it doesn't often rain here, the moisture in a home can stick thanks to the heat. I had to learn that the hard way. I mean, just look at my hair. It puffed up on my walk here, and I was with the product in. Honestly, I don't know why I try. I've been sweating so bad between practice and leisure time that I have to shower twice a day. The weather in Inazuma only gets this hot once a year. To have it nearly year-round? My body was not prepared. I truly commend everyone who lives here for their impeccable heat tolerance. Such is the beauty of other regions. You think my hair looks good like this? Well, you were always a fan of the unkempt and tired look. Though we're in a nice place, I feel I still fit that description a bit too well. I was thinking about a cut in style before we leave. There are some lovely stylists in the area, though I'm not so sure. I don't know if I should change him while we're in the middle of our miniature tour situation. Venti said I can do what I want, but casual fans might not appreciate the change. Oh no, you misunderstand. I would never go short. Hair holds memories, and memories are important to me. I think that rather than cutting your hair, one must find their desired length and trim it. To me, it's like removing baggage of the past and leaving only the positive memories. In other words, getting rid of split ends. Short hair looks good on some people, long hair on others. I'm not saying I don't look nice with short hair, but I think this length suits me much better. So what if I have to tie it back for work? I don't when I go out like this. Though, perhaps I should have. The humidity has seriously become an issue. I'm starting to worry about the health of my hair at times. The water is also different from what I'm used to. Who knew hard and soft water made your products do different things? At least mine, anyway. It makes sense. The minerals change and all that. I think our room has filtered water, though, so I don't know how... Why are you laughing? You've never seen me speak casually? I guess that's true, huh? I was nervous, and last time I was still sort of stuck in work mode. The words I use stay the same, but the way that I use them changes. People say it's intimidating to talk to me sometimes. Not because they're afraid, per se, but because they don't know which me they'll get. I actually think it's quite flattering. Imagine being able to switch from one mode to the other like a machine. Now, if only I could master a machine's efficiency, I'd be a master detective for sure. Yeah, I'm pretty funny. Thanks for that. Seriously. I'm glad I can be myself like this with you. You provide me a safe space, and I'd like to do the same for you. What is it? You've been staring. My hair? Fluffier than usual. Well, it did get pretty frizzy. I guess it can do that. Why? Is it interesting? You'd like to touch it? I think it's alright. As long as you aren't too rough with it. It's adjusting to the new environment, just like I am. As long as you can promise me that, I'll allow it. I rented us a private room in this lounge, so there's no one here to judge you for petting me. You're turning red. I was only joking. You can do what you want. Like I said, hair holds memories. Your hands are a thing I'd like to remember, no? Just don't pull too hard. I must admit, this is oddly nice. No one's ever played in my hair before. It's like a massage in the washbowl. Yeah, I'm still thinking about that. What style should I go for? I was considering refreshing my layers. This style is nice, but it's gotten so long since we've started traveling. It might suit the stereotypical boy band look, but it's not really my thing. I don't want to be too different when I get home. About that. I was thinking about going home early. Nothing against the group. They're a bunch of wonderful people who I am beyond proud to call my friends. It's just... well, it's not like I'm a pivotal part of the process. A unit exists when all things within it work harmoniously together, correct? Whether I'm with them or not, the music still flows like usual. They may miss some obscure instrument if I'm out, but the unit still functions. I'm here because they want me here, not because they need it. If I'm on guitar, I'm hardly noticed. When I'm not, it's even less. I don't do this for attention, and I love the support that I do receive. I'm more concerned about that case. This is a hobby that I could leave and return to as I pleased, but my job? I'm not sure if it's because of the way it sat in my head after our last conversation, but it's been eating at me, you know? Someone back home is pacing around their living room wondering when this case will be solved. Meanwhile, I'm off playing instruments for fun. I never knew guilt would eat at me the way that it has right now. But it has been. Slowly gnawing at my soul. I love this gig. It's the most fun I've had since I was back in school, but... I guess considering the way that I was feeling made me think about the way that person's feeling. Imagine having your case put on the back burner because it isn't a murder, and the station is a man down. Two of the most simple, common things in the world. But to them, I can only imagine the pain it brings them. More so, I can't begin to imagine what I'd feel if my colleagues managed to close the case without me. If they handed over all my research and someone else found the missing piece, I'd feel incomplete. A personal problem, yes, but I can't stand the idea of being shown up. I'm not a very prideful man, but with my work, that changes. I'd feel like I completely failed the victim, even if I did do most of the work. You get it, right? Imagine if someone swooped in and took all the credit for your project because they found the one pillow you'd looked for months. Wouldn't feel too good. You're probably right. I am thinking pretty hard. It's just an idea, but it's one I might go through with. No, I haven't brought it up with the others just yet. I'm ashamed of my incompetence, to say the least. I have no doubt they'd support my choice, but if I leave, it's almost like that's another group of people I let down. Feelings really don't care about logic, do they? My role in the band is insignificant, minuscule at best. But for some reason, I can't bring myself to leave them either. Even in a hypothetical, I can't let myself relax. That's why I'm forcing you to do it with me. Our issues may be somewhat different, but at the end of the day, we share many of the same feelings towards things. You've always been so good at understanding me. Perhaps I take that for granted. I wish so desperately to be to you what you are to me. What's the matter? Plan to lecture me on my rash decision-making? I need something to take my mind off things. Like what? A massage? I mean, if that's something you want to do, I sure won't turn you down. You're really something, you know? I pour my heart out to you and you reply with a back massage. At least this means you appreciate the privacy. This is the kind of thing I'd ask for in public as a joke, but here, something's different. I think you've confirmed a few things I've known for a while. Thank you. I really appreciate you. More than you already know. Now, could you get a little lower?